Robot Damashii Gundam Heavyarms Kai. Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs. As always, GundamReviews.net. Excited today to be bringing you a look at this Robot Damashii Gundam Heavyarms custom here from Gundam Wing. Yes, the anime, not the manga, not the OVAs. And it's going to be a nice compliment to the Sandrock, so let's see what Trowa has in store. June 2013 release. Signed mobile suit from the Robot Spirits. Here it is, the name Kai in Japanese, custom in English. More importantly, Robot Damashii number 142. The price is 4,200 yen, but you can get it for even less from the good folks at HobbyLink Japan, and there's links below. Here's a look at the Master Grade, which is the early type that wasn't seen in the OVA. Lots of similarities in terms of coloring and style, and in terms of the weapons. I suppose it's going to be a question of whether we're going to be getting a high grade of this now that build fighters and high grade Gundams seems to be all the rage. The box tour starts as always with this wonderful side shot here. It'll just be a question of how many of the Wing Boys are going to be available retail and how many are online. And the back of the box shows what Trowa does best besides acrobatically jump on people's heads, Chun-Li style, if you're playing Gundam vs. Gundam. But he's got his big guns out there and the shoulders are open and down there on the legs. You can also see that all the pods are open with the bonus, if you take a look over here. For the beam Gatling guns, they're giving you as a bonus part 2 sets so that you can go and put them on. You can also take that, you've got the army knife, only one of those, sort of surprising that less plastic, but they only give you one of those. And you can go take them and mount them on the back, and if you get him up in the air on an action base, he's going to be looking pretty good looking down those double barrels. So let's check out what you're going to get when you go for the unbox there, besides that silver piece of plastic on the bottom with the manual. Not that much to it, but it's all there as it should be. 2 manipulators on and 2 extra sets. You can see the brackets that are going to take the beam Gatling guns and put them on the back there. That big looking army knife is looking good along with the backpack. And there it is, the Gatling guns, the bonus one down there, and you've got a connection point, which is going to be attaching into the backpack. So barely posed out of the box, I've got to say I'm pretty happy with all the colorings if you're into this kind of garish red and orange, which has always worked for old fans of Gundam Wing. But you can see down at the bottom that he's got some nice gray color apps there on the legs and over on the sides. He's also got some gold there on the front skirts. As the upper body reveals that there's going to be more to meets the eye underneath there, and those blue stripes are looking as they should. The backpack is also fun here, as it's going to have 4 independently moving thrusters that you can attach onto the back. That's why he's so agile. Really liking some of these color apps though. I'm wondering if there's going to be a few people not too happy with the head sculpt. Anyway, in terms of the posability here, you can get the skirts up, forward, straight kick out like that. Off to the side, you're going to pop it off if you try to go more than that, but you could do full splits. The knees are going to go down quite nicely and reveal some white parts there on the inside. And the ankles do a very good job there, side to side, and you can go toes down. Upper body now, where you're going to be rotating him very well there. The abs are going to crunch forward, they're going to look back and off to the side, and they're going to stay in place and stay in place well. Of course, there's gimmicks under there, but we'll hold off for a moment there. Shoulders go around and take a look at that. You can actually pop them all the way out like that. Looking pretty good. And for the elbow bend, besides the rotation there, you're going to be able to get it up, let's say 135. And the hands are going to be easily detachable, as Robot Damashii should. And you can see the funky chicken there for the neck. For armament, though, you're going to have to do more than just take off the manipulator. You've actually got to take off the whole forearm there. As you can see that it's going to have a square slot there, so you can go and attach this on. And then the shield and the Gatling gun is going to be in place. With the army knife being painted in a nice silver here, but you'll note that it's not going to be attaching on there. Instead, it's got a straight little peg across there. So it's going to have to fit on here, which means when you actually bring the knife forward, it's going to be looking just a little bit strange, perhaps. But it's really not all that bad there. The beam Gatling guns towards the end, it looks like they're sort of pushed together. And also, whenever you're maneuvering this guy, you're going to want to be careful because those thrusters do fall off at the drop of a hat there. But nonetheless, he's got all the weapons in all the right places with that nice familiar color scheme. For height comparison, he's looking good next to the Sandrock Kai over here, and to have all 5 boys on your shelf would definitely be looking pretty cool again, especially when they're in the forms you remember them best as. Flit and the Age 1 Titus here have gone all crazy posed, but you sort of get an idea that the shoulders for the Heavyarms are going to be coming across as pretty big, and that's even without the effect parts in there. But he is going to be a broom head shorter, it looks like there, than the Tall Geese one. And exactly how he should look next to Char's magic music machine. For action posing, he's going to be doing a good job looking down the barrels, though it is going to be distracting the way they're converging there, but nonetheless, he's looking exactly as he should. And when he's not spinning circles on your head, well, he could be bringing out the old knife there. You can definitely have him looking focused. It is going to look just a little bit strange, but definitely not bad. And there, the beam Gatling gun is going to look pretty cool when you run it straight up and down, and that prevents any weight issues, which so far haven't been happening. If you want to use the back attachment here, you're going to be pulling off the shield, and it's sort of neat that these actually have their own forearms built into them. So you're going to have 4 sets in total there, and then you're going to go and take this and attach it onto the backpack. For an effect that's pretty good, you'll notice that these barrels here aren't bumping into each other there, so I'll probably just swap this one on for the main one when it's only going to be on display as it was in the anime, but still looking good there, and he'd look even better with 4, never mind 8. And a nice touch here is that the backpack is going to be designed in such a way that it'll rotate down there so you can bring the guns over the shoulder. But for full burst mode here, you can see that these are going to be opening up to be revealing some silver missiles there on the inside. Up here, you can open up the chest, and you'll notice that it's not just the white parts there. Nice and easy to open them up there, as you can see some nice little blue color apps in there, and they're looking very good, again detailed up in silver. And you can also open up these shoulder parts here. If you've got some fingernails there, and I've got to say they're going to be looking pretty good, you can decide what angle you want those doors to be open at, and the fact that he's got such crazy ab crunch abilities there just sets up lots of different poses. All of the attention is going to be going to the chest and the shoulders. The legs are sort of going to get lost, but overall, the guy looks like he can deal a lot of damage, though not quite EW levels. And with the help of an action base here, you can see the way it's just going to be coming out and down there feels very solid, although I can't say the same thing about the thrusters. With everything open and the bonus weapon on there, this guy again does everything that a Heavyarms should. But if you do go for a full-out extension of the arms there, they are just going to feel a little bit like there might be some weight issues later, although that can be prevented by just squeezing the shoulder joints in as tight as possible. So I've got to say on the whole that I'm very pleased with this. It's going to be coming with all the accessories that you'd expect. The knife is looking good, as do those beam cannons. Outside of the fact that the one isn't going to be working all that well, but hey, one's a bonus, so just make sure you use that. Sort of interesting the way they swap off the forearms there, and they're going to give you 4. The option of putting it on the back is working good, and outside of the backpack being a little bit flimsy, and just once in a while his joints, a few of them felt a little bit loose. But that can all be prevented by getting them up and just making sure you deal with the weight properly. And if you put him up on an aerial base, the sky is going to be the limit with his ballerina poses there. This is going to be something, if you like red, orange, and big guns, until we get a green one with even more, is going to be as good as it gets for a Heavyarms Troa toy on your shelf. So that's just me. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this toy, the models, and anything else. And please let me know what you think with a comment down below. And don't forget to rate this at gundamreviews.net. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around for lots more. See ya. Man, look how cool I look in the future. Can't wait to get one of those at home.